Hello, everyone. I'm Tiana S reporting for Kids First, and today I'm speaking with Tom Kenny and Bill Fagerbakke, the voices of SpongeBob and Patrick, in the Nickelodeon show Kamp Koral, streaming on Paramount Plus.
Hi, Tiana.
Hi.
Hi,
Thank you
Tiana.
Hi.
Nice to
Thank
see
you for
you.
speaking with me. So
Nice
my question is
pineapple.
for Mr. Kenny. So what was it like getting to learn more about your character SpongeBob's backstory and seeing how him and his friends met when you have been voicing him for so many years?
Well, first of all, I'm getting homesick looking at that pineapple on the shelf behind you. It's like, home sweet home.
Uh, yeah, it's been really fun, exploring the childhood of these characters and just kind of getting into their heads at the age of 10 a little bit. I mean, who knew that SpongeBob and Patrick could be even more naive than they already were? so that's been a blast, and we've had a good time reenacting not reenacting, interacting with the characters that are new on the show, like Narlene and Nobby, the narwhal brother and sister that live in the woods, and some of the other campers that have started to get a little bigger parts in the show. I don't even know if the episodes where some of the other campers like Elwood and people like that, those episodes probably haven't aired yet, but some of those campers that are kind of background characters are starting to assume a little more importance in the show, and it's fun to watch those characters step into their moment.
So Mr. Fagerbakke, so why do you think it was a good idea for the SpongeBob series to take making a series about how each of the characters grew up in their younger selves?
Well, I think it's a good idea because we're able to have content based on that idea. I know it's a weird answer, but our writers are so good and they're so funny, and visually they were able to see the potential for carrying out the SpongeBob visual humor into CGI, into a more three-dimensional approach, and do it with such a great sense of integrity to the characters and the comedy style. And it really is, when you're in a good cartoon, you're in a writer's playground. Writers are really you have a sense of their freedom and their creativity is run amok almost, yet they're also telling a story. It's in some ways coherent. Doesn't have to be as coherent as on camera and boring human beings, but it still has to have some coherence and some reason to keep going. And some animation is great just because it links together really hilarious things. And so that's why I appreciate it, because it's given another avenue for expression to really talented, creative writers and visual artists.
Yeah, that's what I like about animation too, Tiana. Working in it is that the stories, like the format, it's not as heavily for like a sitcom. You have to have this happen before you go into the first commercial break, and then they want you got to do this. You got your A story, your B story, and it's very formulated, very formulaic. Like there's a recipe that you kind of have to follow, and not all the time, but most network shows, whether dramas or sitcoms or whatever, talk shows, everything, and with cartoons, all that's off the table. You can do an episode that's 11 minutes of a Krusty Krab employee training video, or Mrs. Puff doing a driver's ed film, or you can go outside the box of usual formats, and flashbacks, flash forwards, alternate universes, and you can go there for 3 seconds or a minute or 2 minutes and then come back to where you were at. It's much more limitless, much less limited, I should say, than other kinds of entertainment product, I think.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thanks, Tiana.
I had a fun time learning more about Kamp Koral, and I cannot wait to watch more. You can stream season 1 of Kamp Koral on Paramount Plus and also get it on DVD now. That's all for this interview with Kids First. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our next reviews or interviews. Again, I'm Tiana S. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
From Square One.
Everybody ready?
I'm ready! Kamp Koral, SpongeBob's Underyears.
Do you need to use the outhouse?
No. A brand new series set in the Square past.